We'll get right to it. I got another video coming out tonight, kind of a top 10, things you must know for the Golovkin Canelo rematch. But Kevin Lowell did an interview today, or maybe a day or two ago, something like that. Anyway, check out his channel, Kevin Lowell, Kevin Lole. He interviewed Oscar De La Hoya and then Gennady Golovkin, and it was interesting. I like the one-on-one intimate interviews because you kind of get a little bit more honesty out of them. But so anyway, shout out to him, Kevin Lowell. Gonna go check out his channel. So, but okay, now. The first question, and there is good questions, because I've actually been wondering, like they talked about the percentages, they talked about the whole emotional thing and the contract and then a lot of different things, but the original question was, Gennady Golovkin, you got 45%. Okay, now remember they were trying to shaft him with some 30% crap, right? Stood his ground, which I'm incredibly proud of him because he stood his ground and got 45%. That's great, and people, and he said, and they asked him, he said, look, were you willing to walk away over 2% because they offered him 43, 43.2, whatever? He said, yes, absolutely. That he would have walked away. He had a minimum that he wanted, and and either they were going to give it to him or there's no fight. So all that barking that Oscar De La Hoya did in the media was exactly what I told you it was. It was all bullshit. He was just basically trying to use the media as a tool, to pressure and bully, K2 Promotions, Tom Loeffler, the whole crew, and it didn't work. It backfired on him, in fact, because now not only did Golovkin get the 45%, but they also sweetened the deal, which I don't know what that means. So basically, you have Golovkin coming in, and it's 50-50, right down the middle. He'll probably make more than Canelo when it's all said and done, through sponsorships and things like that. You got to remember, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just the actual pay-per-views and the gate and stuff like that. There's endorsements. There's a ton of things, that different TV rights that factor into it. So he's probably going to walk away making more money than Canelo, and as it should be, okay, as it should be, because, look, he is the champion. Canelo, he's the challenger, okay? I don't understand these Canelo fans. For the life of me, I don't understand it. Why should Canelo make more money? He's not this big mega star anymore. His stock has gone down. Golovkin, his popularity is rising. Okay, he's breaking records. He's filling arenas. So and without Canelo, without Golovkin, Golovkin without Canelo, neither one of them can make this kind of money. So to me, it's only right to have it right down the middle. So. Enough that, that's my own opinion, but, I like that, he stood his ground. Now, he says, and this is the interviewer saying, Canelo Alvarez says he hates Gennady Golovkin. Triple G says, he doesn't like Canelo, and this will be more of a emotional fight, okay, meaning it's a grudge match, so that plays out well for the fans, it's what we want to see, it's what I want to see, it's what you want to see, I don't want to see no glove tapping in there, I don't want to see no two buddies in there smiling, oh, good shot, buddy, haha, no, I want to see a bloodbath, I want to see a war, okay. They go on to talk about Canelo using more of a tactical style, shall we call it, a Mayweather style, or as I like to call it, running, okay, running for your life kind of style, because look, here's the thing, he ran for his life in the original fight, and he ran more in that fight than he has collectively. Now, this is a fact, Canelo fans. Canelo Alvarez ran more in the Gennady Golovkin original fight than he has ran in all of his fights, professional fights combined. Look it up. It's a fact. Dude ran for 12 rounds. We're at least 30 minutes. The dude's running. Okay, so, what a shame. What a shame. Because he said he was going to stand there and trade. He said, I'm going to put my foot in the middle of the ring, and that's where it's going to stay. And that's what he said. It didn't happen. He ran. I think he felt the power, and he knew he was in over his head, and he needed to win a decision. And that's exactly, what he tried to do. He didn't do it, but he tried to do it. And luckily they gave him a draw. Luckily for him, they gave him a draw. But now, Golovkin says in a rematch, he wants a real Mexican toe-to-toe fight. And, he goes on to say he's not a warrior. He's not a champion. He's not a true champion. He's nothing. Okay, now this is no clickbait crap. This is like legit. He said verbatim, okay, these are words came out of Golovkin's mouth. He's not a Mexican warrior. He's not a warrior. He's not a true champion. He's nothing. That's exactly what he said. I mean, so, you can tell that, the emotions are high here. The emotions are running high. So, they kind of touched on the Marty Rosen fight. He said, oh, he's a good fighter. And, in another interview, he talked about how that was the hardest he's ever been hit, was by Marty Rosen. And that dude can hit. He can hit. So, not justifying the fight. Just wanted to, give you the complete outline of the interview. Now, they go on to say, we're going to say most people felt in the original fight that you held back a little bit. He's talking about, in the original fight how I feel it too. I think Golovkin did hold back. I think the bright lights, the big stage, the magnitude of the event, kind of. I don't know. It just kind of took a little bit out of him, even, and when Max Kellerman said that in the original fight that, he went to go visit Gennady Golovkin in the room in the, before the ring walk, and he looked nervous, he didn't look himself. He looked ill even, I don't know. It seems like Golovkin has a problem with that because you remember, I think it was before, or was it the Kell Brook fight, same thing. He looked like greenish and yellow, and HBO put out a couple of rumors that he looked ill, so he looked sick. So I don't know. I think Golovkin has a problem with that. But coming into a rematch, I believe he will be more comfortable, and we're going to see the best Golovkin that's out there. That he can be the best Golovkin he can possibly be. So. But he says, yeah, my mentality is different. My emotions are different. So I will come into the ring with a different strategy. Okay, meaning he's coming to knock him out. So I don't think they're going to leave it up to the judges. So, and remember, they labeled the rematch "no judges needed." So, and that was before it fell apart. Actually, that was before Canelo got busted for PEDs. So, and then basically he'll be traveling back to Kazakhstan to visit his family for like a week. Then he'll come back to the States, to Big Bear, and get the training camp kicked off. So press tour, from what I understand, there's really not going to be a press tour. I think you're going to have to rely on people like me and Kevin Lowell and things like that to reach out to them, which I am. I'm going to actually call. I have Abel's number, like his personal cell phone number. So I'm going to call and try to get an interview because I don't think, as far as I know, they're really not going to do any kind of press tour, which I'm incredibly disappointed because I wanted to at least go to, Dallas or wherever, anywhere, towards the South and cover a press event, like interview these guys and bring you guys some good content. And there's just no press tour. So, I mean, it's crazy. So I don't understand why. I know it's incredibly expensive, but I don't understand it. A fight of this magnitude, I'll use that word again because it's a huge fight. Like, why would they not? I don't understand. I understand, oh, it'll sell itself, that kind of thing. But you're kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cheating the fans a little bit. I mean, they're going to make so much money in this rematch. It's like a Pacquiao-Mayweather kind of payday for everybody, and they can't do a press tour? I don't know. So, maybe it was a part, but, it could be that it was a part of the negotiations that, we don't want to travel because what I've heard is they hate each other so much, they don't want to be around each other. Like Canelo said, I don't want to be around a dude, so I'm not doing a press tour. It could be true. Don't know. But anyway, like I said, I have a top 10 video coming out tonight. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be good. I'm excited. Look, I don't really get excited that often to make videos. It's becoming more of a job. But I'm excited about the one coming out tonight. It's going to be fun, informative, and you guys will enjoy it. So leave your comment below and tell me what you think.